Kerbal Space Program. Hi guys, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program episode. It has been too long. But anyways, I've made this rover. Now, what would be the reason for that? Well, off in the distance, a little bit to the right, we can see our silo, which we are going to drag off the launch pad. So that's why I made this thing. And yeah, it's going to be some epic silo. It's made by Adie, a friend of mine. And his 3D modeling sure has paid off. Look at this thing. It's just so huge, it really needs this big of a rover. So, without further ado, let's just get the controls out. Right about now. Yeah, you can surely notice that this is post-commentary. Actually, I recorded this and I forgot to set the right microphone for it. So the quality is really bad of the original video. And, well, I just couldn't live with it. So it's going to be a post-commentary video. But anyways, here we go. Fast-forwarding speed to actually get this off the launch pad right here. So I'm dragging out the Kerbal just to attach the electromagnets onto the silo right here. Here we go. Placing it right there. Nice. And the other one has to be placed as well. Now, the reason why I didn't put out so many videos lately is because I have a job. And, well, especially if you have been, well, at home for a very long period of time, it's kind of exhausting, to be honest. So, yeah, it's kind of... Whoops, there goes the solar panel. But, yeah, after I work for 8 hours a day, it's kind of hard to do all the editing as well, and the recording, and all that kind of stuff. But I will manage. I will definitely be posting more videos after this one, just to get this series more going on, and I really want to progress this world a little bit further. There's still lots of stuff to do, but for this silo, well, I'm just dragging it along, giving a little slip and slide there, just dodging that one Kerbal standing on the ground there, and here we go. It's finally off the launch pad. Brakes right there. So let's get this Kerbal a bit out of the way in fast forward motion, and jump, 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 jump. If I don't jump on those plateaus, it's just gonna fall over and do weird stuff for me. So that is why I had to jump a little bit there. So we're dropping down the silo just to get it lifted up into the air a bit better than right off the front. Here we go. Easy peasy. And all done. Extending the cords a little bit. Here we go. Demagnetizing. And we're gonna drag it up again. So with that being said, once this is completed, I'm gonna unlock the brakes, shift this whole device a little bit forwards, and drop the magnets right on top of there. Here we go. Slow process is slow. Yeah, I don't want to have any damage at all at this current state. So, setting up the brakes, dropping it down, release, and the second one, release. Well, the left one seems to be alright, so let's just place it down there. Yeah, that seems alright. Anyways, I'm gonna set it a little bit more to the front, just to get it better aligned. Just a little bit there, magnetize that one. And the other one. That is in a swing right now. Okay. So, dump right there. Nice. So, let's lift this baby up. I really like the modeling. The textures and all stuff he did for me, it's just amazing. Basically, he asked me, what do you want? And I said, I need a kethane silo to continue my series. So it was like, okay, what kind of silo do you want? A big one, a small one? Or what size? I said I want to kind of like 1/4 of the VAB. Something like that. Well, he asked, inside or outside? The outside. And I want a ladder, so that Kerbals can climb on top of there. So he added the ladder. And I wanted 2 tubes as well. So he added the tubes. And at a certain point he had done the texturing a bit, and it was not so satisfying. All the bolts kind of looked a bit 2D to me. So we had replaced those as well, and I said, I need the logo. I want the Escapade logo on top of that. So he did that as well. It's just amazing how well this turned out to be. It's quite a huge strain, I guess, on the computer, because it has so many polygons. It's just a lot of loading time. Every time I get into this save file, in this persistence file, it's just going to take up a lot of loading space every time. Anyways, I'm dropping down the silo right here, and do make notice of the magnet. See? It released on its own. Insufficient power. I forgot to extend the solar panels to keep the electric charge going. So at this point, I'm only running on the onboard generators, which I do have, but it's not enough to keep the electric charge going, and definitely not when you're roving around. So I have to recharge a bit, and then I can set off. So I'm gonna park this right next to the VAB. So a little bit of a skip there. Everything is retracted, and we're gonna set it right at its resting place for perhaps later use. So let's place it there. That's good. Maybe there then. Yeah. So let's skip ahead. Hello, I'm Adie Kerbal. I'm the current overlooker of this operation, where we mine stuff. Some green stuff, I don't know. But anyways, let's see what we can do here. I think everything is filled up, so yeah, let's head back to the cockpit. See, check if the landing gear is alright. Yep, all seems fine. Let's go. I might have to take notice for the technicians right here, because that solar panel doesn't look like it's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, gotta report that. Good. Lights are still on, antenna's still out. Let's head back. Chip, 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 and hop inside. Yep. The drilling is done, the kethane is filled up, all the solar panels are still extended, but we're right about to set off in this plane. So we're retracting the drills, retracting the solar panels right now. And we call this operation a success. A success, yeah. A little bit of a tongue twister there. So I do have to say something, actually, because I kind of cheated a bit here. Checking the flaps and all sort of stuff. Because what I actually did, this is my second takeoff. My first takeoff snapped off my backside immediately because I pitched up too much. So this is my second attempt. And off we go. 3, 2, 1, rotate. Not yet, it's still building up speed. I really don't want to snap off that engine again. So here we go, a little bit of fast forward. And I'm actually considering what to do, because I was like, hey, I got a scanner on top, why don't I scout a little bit more? Because in the last series I used the previous build of the kethane mod, and it didn't use these hexagons, as you can see. So we had to re-find all the kethane. Anyways, we did a bit of a find there, and we kind of took a steep dive there to get back into position for the runway to land it safely back to base. So the gears are out, and a little bit of a jittery stuttering right there. I don't know if it's in Movie Maker or anything. And here we are again. Yeah, I had to really check if that was in Movie Maker, but apparently it's in the video editing file itself, so I guess the video got a bit corrupted there. Anyways, I took a nice landing there, just setting it down a little bit to the right here of the runway, and I'm kind of indecisive what I want to do with it. Do I want to keep it on the runway, or do I want to get it off the runway? And finally I decided, well, if I'm going to build anything to get the kethane out of this airplane and then back into the silo, I kind of need that runway. So I just let it slip right off here. There goes 1, 2, and the third wheel off the runway. So at this point I kind of decided to be parked right in the grass here and head back to the SPH to build a truck. Yep, and this is the truck what I built. It's part of the carts mod. It's an army truck, which is basically one part, and the kethane tank is stacked on top, a little bit of struts and a bit of other stuff to make it look cool, and of course the Kerbal attachment system in the back. So a bit of a drive, but we'll manage. And trying out the gears buttons, if they can lower the gears or the wheels a little bit, but apparently it didn't work. So I'm just gonna park right next to it. There it is. With all the precious kethane in that plane, we want to drag out that kethane. So the handbrake is actually selected through a menu because it's a very old mod. It's not really updated as well. It's just made compatible with the current version. So there are a couple of things that don't work, a couple of things that do work, but I really like the truck. I never used it, but I thought this was a nice opportunity to get this one out. So I'm just gonna grab one of these connector ports that are detachable and place it on the plane right about there next to the converter. Why not? Right there. And now we have to hose it. So yeah, the hose is at the back side of the truck, so I decided I need to turn this thing around. Now there was another issue. This truck doesn't have a hatch. That's how old this truck is. Yeah, it's a bit of an old truck before even EVA existed, so this is made in the 0.15. This mod was developed in that version of the game. So there was no way of these Kerbals to ever get out of that truck. But luckily Adie is there to assist them. So turn on the handbrakes. Select it through the menu because the button above doesn't work. And I kind of wanted to grab that connector, but it didn't work, so I had to put a ladder as well to get a little bit up and then grab the connector. So slow process is slow. I need to jump grab. Here we go. Get the connector right at my back. Get down again. And connect it to the connector ports. In docked mode. There. So these vessels are now docked with each other, and we can transfer the fuel into the fuel tank. But first we need to switch to the vehicle, and apparently that is hard as it is already. But yeah, let's get the kethane in, transferring right there. Alt right clicking the second tank. So just so you know how that process is done, you select one tank with your right click, alt right click on the second tank, and we got every kethane on board now. So we can get Adie in his plane again for his next mission, if that is ever gonna happen. because at this point I decided, 600 kethane is not a whole lot to fill up this truck. So we might want to build a bit of a bigger plane the next time. But anyways, I'm just gonna get Jebediah back in the plane after this is all done for his next mission. Just selecting to retract the ladder, and he's off to the plane again. So whenever he needs to get up into the air again, he can. There we go. So back to the truck, selecting all kinds of different stuff. We're gonna set off to the silo and fill it up. And this is more of a proof of concept video than anything else, just because I really wanted to show off that silo that Adie made for me. So handbrakes off and throttle up. There we go. Bit of a fast forwarding, of course. It's a long drive, so just for your viewers' entertainment, a bit of a fast forward. Handbrakes. And now, yeah, the problem is we have to get one Kerbal out. So luckily we still have this thing. And we got a Kerbal that is happy to assist you. Here we go. So yeah, I skipped this part because it's a long walk for a Kerbal with those tiny legs, and he has trouble keeping his face up into the sky, apparently. So here he is at the truck, and right at this point I thought, well, I'm just gonna grab this connector right here and attach it somewhere. But yeah, the attachment points are only in front, so I kind of dropped it down and I decided to winch it back. So for that, I kind of need to select the silo. This is me screwing around, trying to get the silo to retract it all by right-clicking, but yeah, here the silo is selected, and I got no buttons. Yeah, I forgot. I knocked off that solar panel. So this probe doesn't have any electric charge anymore. There's actually a probe sitting inside it. I kind of sneakily put it in there. So then it has to be done the other way around. So grab the hose of the truck, connect it up to the silo. Here we go. And I'm gonna put that one in docked mode as well. And the funny thing is, if it's in docked mode, you actually get the electric charge of the truck as well. So yeah, I can use my winch again. Here we go. Cleaning up the mess I made, just to make it look a bit better than what it was. There we go. And transferring the kethane. And that's it. So I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. Next episode I'm probably going to fly a little bit more. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.